It was Mother's Day 2021 when the five children of the Bailey family decided to prepare a special Mother's Day breakfast for their mom, Stacy. While they were getting things ready, they noticed that Tristyn, the youngest of the five, was not anywhere in the house. In a panic, Stacy calls 911 and reports Tristyn missing. Let's get into it. Tristyn Bailey was born on January 18, 2008 to Forrest and Stacy Bailey. She attended Patriot Oaks Academy in St. John, Florida, where she was an excellent student with dreams of being a doctor. Tristyn loved cheering. She cheered for both her school, the Patriot Chargers, and the Infinity All-Stars cheer team. Her family, known as the Bailey Seven, lived in Dublin Crossing, a residential community in St. John's, Florida. The Bailey Seven was known to be a strong Christian family with a close relationship. Tristyn, who was described as dedicated, thoughtful, and outgoing, was the baby of the family with three sisters and one brother, and she was well loved by her family and friends. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement and neighbors spent the entire Mother's Day assisting the Bailey's family in their search for Tristyn. Unfortunately, later that evening, Tristyn was found near a retention pond at the end of Saddlestone Road near the double crossing community where she lived by a resident who had been out for an evening run. Tristyn was pronounced dead on the scene. Her death had a great impact on the community, leaving them in shock and disbelief. Her 13 years of life will never be forgotten, even though it was brutally taken by her classmate, Aiden Fuchsie. Prior to Tristyn's death, many of Aiden's friends stated that he had fantasies of dragging a random person in the woods and stabbing them. Aiden always carried around his two favorite knives he named Picker and Poker. On one occasion, he went as far as sneaking up behind one of his friends with one of his favorite knives and acting as if he was going to slit her throat. Was this ever reported? No. Not until after Aiden put his fantasies into action. Now, who is Aiden Fuchsie? Aiden Fuchsie was born on November 17, 2006 in Florida. His parents were Jason Fuchsie and Crystal Smith. He also attended Patriot Oaks Academy and lived in the same community as Tristyn with his mother. There wasn't much background about his mother except that she was charged in June 2021 for tampering with evidence in this case. As far as his father, Jason, well, he seemed to have a history of crimes. He was arrested in 2003 for having a relationship with a 15-year-old in his household. He was placed on 2 years probation, which he violated and was required to spend 14 months in prison. In 2016, he is arrested again for battery after a dispute at a gas station. Aiden displayed consistent behavior issues in school beginning the 4th grade. His behavior and lack of effort played a great role in his grades. He struggled academically in many of his classes and was put on special programs to assist him in getting his grades up. According to the dean of the school, he wasn't great at taking responsibility for his actions either. Nothing was ever his fault, and he spent much time in detention for his behavior in his classes. Aiden was known to be sort of a bully and would display violent acts among his peers when he felt like he was being disrespected by them. Stacy, Tristyn's mother, had given law enforcement a list of Tristyn's friends. Aiden was not on the list but became a number one suspect after law enforcement had interviewed one of his friends and learned that Tristyn and Aiden were at his home until around 1 a.m. the early morning of her disappearance. Aiden's phone records also showed that he was the last one to call Tristyn shortly before 12:30 a.m. When law enforcement questions Aiden, he first claimed that when he and Tristyn left their friend's house, she went home and he continued to walk around by himself until around 3 a.m. He later admits that she did not go home and that they both kept walking around together. Aiden then claims that Tristyn tried to grab his penis, which made him mad. So they got into an argument. He pushed her down, and she hit her head as he was walking away. Aiden is placed in the back of a police car to be brought in for questioning. While in the cruiser, he displayed the behavior as if this was a joke, taking selfies with his phone and posting videos on his Snapchat asking if anyone's seen Tristyn lately. Meanwhile, Crystal found a pair of jeans in Aiden's room with blood on them. While at the police station, a search warrant was executed and the evidence against Aiden was overwhelming. Blood was found on Aiden's shoes, a t-shirt, and his jeans, which later tested positive for Tristyn's DNA. Crystal is also caught on video surveillance taken from the home, scrubbing the jeans in the sink in the bathroom next to Aiden's bedroom. The sink also tested positive for Tristyn's DNA. A knife was in a pond near where Tristyn was found. It was learned to be the knife that Aiden had named Poker, and the missing tip was a match to a fragment lodged in Bailey's scalp. Video surveillance from various locations in the community captured evidence of Tristyn walking with Aiden along North Durban Parkway at 1:24 a.m. and again at 1:55 a.m. near Saddlestone Court. An hour and 45 minutes go by before surveillance picks up again, but this time Aiden is walking in the opposite direction at a fast pace carrying his shoes. Crystal and Jason appeared at St. Johns County Sheriff's Office shortly after Aiden was brought in for questioning. Let's watch that conversation.
Because of that Snapchat thing you did. It's all over. You're all over the internet, everywhere. Social media.
It is on social media. You'll probably come stay with me after we get done with this. Just for your well safe being. You have no scripts or nothing like that, right?
No, sir.
You sure you don't smell?
I don't agree. I don't know, sir. I don't have so bad. You just tell me anything different about a car that we don't know about? No. Do you know if this girl got picked up?
I told him about her dealer.
You think she got picked up by him?
Probably. She said she wouldn't come home. She said she's gonna find somebody to stay at
After you
her
left her
house.
there walking? Like, you think she got picked up after that? She just kept walking?
Probably. I don't know.
Do you know if she turned the other direction or she was just still walking behind you?
She pushed her down and you walked away. We shouldn't be talking.
I was just asking what he told the cops.
I understand.
I was just asking what he told them.
As you walked away, you came straight home. You didn't turn back around and see where she went? What were you doing outside late at night?
I was at Trey's house, hanging out with them.
Did you kiss or do anything with this girl?
Be honest as you can to them.
Kissed her?
Yes.
Yeah, I kissed her.
Anything further? So your DNA's gonna be on her? You saw your shoes were off on the camera. Why are your shoes off?
Because my feet were hurting. And the shoes gave me blisters.
come home and leave again?
Mm-hmm.
Did you sneak back out, or you're still at Trey's house the whole day?
I was at Trey's house.
Okay. It's just the one night I didn't ask where you were, so it's one night. This is serious, man.
It's very serious.
This is no joke. This is your whole life. Your whole life.
And hers.
And ours. And your brothers and sisters. Enough for the kid to go to school alone.
Aiden had brutally attacked Tristyn by stabbing her 114 times. An autopsy revealed that she was stabbed in her neck, shoulders, back, arms, legs, and head, with 49 of her 114 wounds being defensive. Tristyn fought for her life. Aiden was arrested on May 10, 2021, and charged with second-degree murder. He was being held at the Duval County Jail with no bond. However, on May 27, 2021, due to the nature of his crime, his charges were upgraded to first-degree premeditated murder, and he would be tried as an adult. June 3, 2021, Aiden pleads not guilty. 2 days later, his mom turns herself in following a warrant for her arrest for tampering with evidence. She pleads not guilty and is released on a $25,000 bond. Trial was scheduled to start in November of 2022. The state attorney office was prepared to present 154 witnesses to prove their case. The defense team, meanwhile, filed for 4 motions requesting the following: to bar cameras from live streaming, prohibit outbursts, omit Tristyn's autopsy photo from being shown to the jury, and prohibit the jury from seeing the indictment that detailed the attack. Because the defense team requested more time, trial was moved to start in February of 2023. While waiting for trial to begin, January of the same year, reports are released that Aiden Fucci had been in multiple altercations with inmates and the correctional officers, threatening to kill them and their families. The defense team tried once again to have the trial pushed back, but this time their request was denied. Jury selection was set to begin on February 6, 2023, but Aiden decides to change his plea to guilty. Since he was only 14 at the time of his crime, he was not eligible for the death penalty, but he was looking at possibly 40 years. Sentencing begins on March 21st, 2023, and lasted for 2 days. On the first day, the prosecution, Jennifer Dutton, set the goal of painting a picture of who Aiden was at the time he killed Tristyn while presenting witnesses and evidence for the case. On day 2, the judge was given the opportunity to hear impact statements from Tristyn's family. They each approached the witness stand wearing aqua, Tristyn's favorite color. Alexis Bailey, Tristyn's sister, was the first to take the stand. Before she spoke, she placed 114 aqua stones in a glass jar representing the 114 stab wounds. After each family member read their statement, each added a white stone to the jar to represent all that was taken from the family since Tristyn's death. They all requested Aiden to be sentenced to life.
114.
Court on Wednesday started in a dramatic way. One by one, Tristyn Bailey's sister dropped 114 aqua stones into a glass, representing the number of times Tristyn was stabbed to death.
Did she cry for my mother? Did she beg you to stop?
Then her siblings, parents, and grandmother dropped in stones to indicate what died for them when Tristyn died at the hands of Aiden Fucci.
I did not know that I needed to teach Tristyn to be afraid of the evil in her own school. Aiden Fucci, you betrayed us all.
Aiden shows no remorse throughout the sentence. His parents were not present, but ensured that the judge received letters on his behalf while begging for mercy and apologizing for his actions. His maternal grandmother was present and took the stand on his behalf, explaining that she understood he had to be punished, but she felt that there was good in Aiden and asked the judge not to take Aiden out of their lives forever. Aiden wrote an apology letter to his sentencing. It reads, Dear Judge Smith, my name is Aiden Fucci. I am 16 years old. First off, I want to say that I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all of the pain I caused to the Bailey family. I'm sorry to the friends, brothers, sisters, mom, dad, and any other family relative. I'm sorry that you didn't get to know her that long. You did not have any long relationships with Tristyn, and for that, I'm sorry. For the community, I'm sorry I brought all this pain on every day, and I'm sorry, and I know my apology will not fix anything or bring her back, but I hope it helps in some way. As for my dad, I'm sorry that he had a bad spot in work because of me. I miss being outdoors with my dad and brothers. I miss the fun we had, like four-wheeling, paintballing, going on long car trips. Dad, you made things fun like the tarp to the four-wheeler so we could slide on the tarp behind. Dad, you're special because you made fun out of nothing. Love you. To my mom, I wanted to send my apologies as well. I'm sorry that she had to move her house because people were sending threats to the house and my family, and that my little brother and sister had to change schools because of me. Mom, now I miss your lemon pepper chicken. I miss your hugs. I miss you. The longer I am in here, the more I forget the memories I lose. I'll never forget you. Love me. Why did Aiden kill Tristyn? On March 24, 2023, Judge R. Lee Smith stated the following before sentencing. This was not done out of greed. It was not done in retaliation or retribution or revenge. It was not a crime of passion. It was not a crime that was committed because he felt rejected by her. It was not done in a fit of uncontrollable anger. There was no reason. There was no purpose. It was done for no other reason than to satisfy this defendant's internal desire to feel what it was like to kill someone. This leads this court to the conclusion that there is only one appropriate sentence in this case. Aiden, now 16, was sentenced to life in prison with a review of his case in 25 years. He is currently serving his time at Swaney Correctional Institution in Live Oak, Florida. He will remain in a juvenile area of the prison until he turns 18. Once he turns 18, he will be moved to a maximum security prison in the state of Florida. His behavior while in prison will play a big factor where he ends up for review in 25 years. I mean, he's already racking up points now with bad behavior, so he's going to have to keep himself under control if he plans to make it out during his 25-year review. And I pray that he don't. That's just not enough. Crystal was sentenced in June 2023 to 30 days in jail and 5 years probation for evidence tampering in the case. After court adjourned, Forrest Bailey, Tristyn's father, spoke on behalf of his family and had a message for Tristyn. Tristyn, I wanted to let you know we were so extremely proud of the person you were, the friend and teammate you were, and what you left behind, he said. We love you. We will continue to hold you in our hearts. We will continue to be the Bailey 7. A memorial was held for Tristyn at Celebration Church in Jacksonville, Florida. Educators, religious leaders, friends, and family were present to tell the world how Tristyn touched their lives. What do you think? Do you think Aiden should have received life with a review in 25 years? Do you think Crystal should have received more time for hiding her son's crime? Or do you think that Aiden would change while in prison for the better? Comment below your thoughts. Be kind and respect the opinions of others. No negativity, please. Keep your negative thoughts to yourself. Positive vibes only, please. Thank you for watching and see you next time.